Now, along these times where we're dealing with all this COVID-19 stuff, et cetera, we think in terms of our temperatures, you know, we say, well, if you're running a fever higher than 104, well, the rest of the world doesn't say that, right? Because if you run a fever of 104, that's talking about a Fahrenheit fever of 104, which is a very high number. Our normal temperature would be 98.6. And when I say 98.6, I might be 98.3, one of you might be 98.7, 98.9, 99.0. All of those values, there's a range there that's really normal. Some people run a little bit hot, some people run a little bit cold. And different animals run at different temperatures. It seems to me that somebody told me that dogs normally run at like 105 or 106, something like that. But anyway, I'm not sure of that. And some of you Aggies probably can tell me better. But different creatures run at different temperatures, okay? So, this is our temperature. Well, if we want to know what does that temperature correspond to in Celsius, well, the conversion for Celsius that I just had up here said I need to take whatever the temperature is in Fahrenheit. I need to subtract 32 from that, and then I need to multiply by 5/9. So, the temperature in Celsius that would correspond to a normal temperature here, 5/9, 98.6 minus 32. That looks like 66.6. Wow, that sounds like 66.6. Not good stuff as far as very close to 666. But let's see what that gives us. And I get 37. So 37 then should be the normal temperature for somebody who's measured, when you're measuring that in Celsius. Now, what about somebody who's running a really high temperature? How much higher would that be? For us, it's almost 5.5 higher, right? When we're talking about Fahrenheit. But if we're talking about Celsius, how much difference would that be? Well, you can put in here 5/9. Temperature in Fahrenheit of 104 minus 32. It's 5/9 of 72, and that's 40. Okay. So a difference of only 3 degrees there, whereas we're talking about, whoa, that's a big fever, 104. 37, 38 is a much bigger fever for them than when we have just like a 99.6 or something, because of the fact that the scale is bigger. So people measuring in Celsius say that's the number that you're worried about, and numbers you need to look out for.